What's going on, everyone? How y'all doing today? Kaiuchi here, coming with some more Pokemon ranked battles. So, for today's video, we are going to be going ahead and only doing 2 matches for today, because, unfortunately, I am kind of tired a little bit. I just barely woke up and everything from after going ahead and doing an 8-hour shift at my job and everything, but you know, I've already done my casual battles. I'm kind of loose and I'm, kind of feeling good right now. So let's go ahead and get into these matches. If you guys want to go ahead and watch this original video, feel free. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. Also, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more. Hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload the videos, and share this video with your friends, because if they love Pokemon as much as I do, they're going to get a kick out of this videos. So, let's get into today's video. Alright guys, so we are in today's video. Let me actually turn down the volume just a little. So for today's video, like I said, we are probably going to do 2 matches for today, because I am feeling kind of tired, but we might do 3 depending on just how I feel. So we're at 3 wins and 5 losses, and we're going up against Van, rank 3. So this team is consist of Lapras, Vaporeon, Darmanitan, Ferrothorn, Bronzor, and Togekiss. So if I really had to make a guess, I'm pretty sure the Darmanitan is definitely weakness policy, and he's probably going to go ahead and do a pair up with Bronzorg and Lapras, or Bronzorg and Togekiss, if I had to make a guess. But depending on what he wants to do, this team is very, very weak to my Venusaur. In most cases, just because of the fact that he does have, well, I wouldn't say he's that weak to my Venusaur. But the thing is that what we are going to be definitely doing is actually bringing in our Grimmsnarl, and we are going to go ahead and kick things off with our Salazzle, because our Salazzle does put in, like, a little bit of work. And then we are actually going to go ahead and bring Duraludon, and for the back burner, we are going to go ahead and bring Gyarados. Now, I did go ahead and actually get my Salazzle and my Duraludon to become Tower Master. I got them the ribbon for it. So now they are officially part of the Tower Master, and they're Galar champions as well too. So he leads with the Ferrothorn Bronzong lead, and I'm gonna lead with my Grimmsnarl and my Salazzle, because I honestly think that the Bronzorg might go for Trick Room if I really had to make a guess here. So with the Ferrothorn is really not going to be that much of a major threat. So what we're going to be doing is actually doubling into the Bronzorg here. And I'm pretty sure with the spread that the Bronzorg has, it does have like major special defense here. So with the Fake Out, it's definitely going to get flinched and not be able to move. And he gets burned. So if it does have Gyro Ball, it's not going to do that much damage. So he goes for the Stealth Rock. Ooh. Okay. So with the Stealth Rock, it might be a little bit more annoying, but we can go ahead and manage through it. And what we're going to do actually here is actually go for the Light Screen. And we're actually going to go ahead and go into the Ferrothorn here, because he is going to be 4 times weak to Fire-type moves because of Ferrothorn being a Steel and Grass type. So the Light Screen comes off here, and he actually is going to go ahead and boost up our special defenses, and the Ferrothorn just gets one-shotted. Alright, so that's good to know. So the Ferrothorn wasn't actually fully special defensive. So we get to see the Psychic. Our Salazzle's going to actually stay in, and the Bronzor gets burned still. So basically at this point, our Salazzle is actually putting in so much work against this team. And the next Pokemon that we are going to be seeing is none other than Darmanitan. Okay, so Darmanitan is actually a very, very wide candidate for Dynamax in here. So what we're going to do is actually bring up the Reflect, and we're just going to go ahead and let the Bronzor knock out my Salazzle. But we are going to go ahead and use our Choice Scarf to go ahead and actually move first with our Salazzle to go ahead and get the Flamethrower off of Darmanitan. So like I said, it was a wise candidate for Dynamaxing here. So the Darmanitan is definitely going to go ahead and Dynamax. And it's a good thing that we did go ahead and get up our Reflect. So that way we can actually make sure that we withstand the attack. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to go for Max Hailstorm if I had to make a guess. So we get the Reflect, and we have the Light Screen up. And that does so much damage. So here comes the Max Hailstorm. I had a feeling that was going to happen. But he goes into the Grimmsnarl here. I was thinking that he might have gone into the Salazzle, but he's probably leaving the Bronzong up to that point of view. So here comes the Psychic into our Salazzle. And our Salazzle is definitely going to go down. But that's fine. That is perfectly fine by me. Alright, so as of this point, we are actually sitting very, very good for ourselves. So we're going to bring out our Duraludon here. And our Duraludon is definitely going to go ahead and get hit by the Stealth Rocks, which is unfortunate, but we are going to have to go ahead and bear it. So we're going to go ahead and hit the Darmanitan with a Thunder Wave. Hopefully we connect it. And we're actually going to go ahead and Dynamax, or Gigantamax, our Duraludon here, and we're gonna go for the Max Steel Spike into the Darmanitan, because the Darmanitan is definitely going to be the more major threat due to the max moves that it has, which is Max Hailstorm. Probably he might have a different move as well too, but it's not gonna go ahead and survive a Max Steel Spike. And then we're actually going to go ahead and raise up our defenses as well, too. So here comes the Thunder Wave. We actually do connect the Thunder Wave, and he does get paralyzed. And here comes the Max Steel Spike. I'm pretty sure that our Darmanitan was actually faster than our Duraludon. But since we actually went ahead and used the Thunder Wave, we actually made sure that the Darmanitan was actually going to be a little bit slower, and we actually went ahead and sealed the deal on the Darmanitan. And this is exactly one of the reasons why I really, really love Duraludon, because since Duraludon is actually a Steel Dragon type, he doesn't have that many weaknesses in its disposal. So with the less weaknesses that he has, the more of a major threat that he becomes. So the only two mons that he actually has right now will probably be Bronzong and probably Lapras. No, so he actually brings out Togekiss. Okay, so the Togekiss is actually going to definitely probably be a lot faster than our Duraludon. So we're just going to go ahead and leave the Bronzong to its devices, and we're actually going to go for the Max Steel Spike here onto the Togekiss, but we're definitely going to hit it with the Thunder Wave, so then that way we can probably get a full paralysis on it, if it does make it a full paralysis. So we go for the Max Steel Spike here. It does half damage to the Togekiss, so it could be specially defensive bulk, but we gotta remember that it also, the Bronzong did go ahead and bring up the Light Screen as well too. So now the so the Bronzong actually went for Psychic onto my Grimmsnarl, but that's not really gonna help you out in this situation. Alright, so our Grimmsnarl is actually at 4 HP. So what we're going to do is actually switch out our Grimmsnarl and go into our Gyarados. So we're going to go for another Max Steel Spike into this Togekiss and actually seal the deal on it. So our Grimmsnarl is going to come back. Gyarados comes out. And gets hit by the stones, but that's fine. And our Duraludon seals the deal on the Togekiss with our Max Steel Spike. And the only thing that's left on the opponent's side of the field is the Bronzong. And the Bronzong can't take out 3 Pokemon by itself. I mean, even though it does have the Hail in its disposal. But here comes the Psychic. It's not that very effective. And our Gyarados gets buffed by the Hail. So, we are, like I said before, we are sitting very, very good. And the battle was canceled. I had a feeling that she was going to go ahead and do that. But hey, I mean, either way, it's 3 against 1. I mean, you can't really do anything about that situation. Alright, we found ourselves another trainer, and their name is Fira? So, anyways, we see Politoed, Sharpedo, Hitmontop, Volcarona, Togekiss, and Barraskewda. So apparently this team is actually very, very water oriented, and I'm pretty sure that the Politoed is actually going to go ahead and bring up the rain for most of its team. But if I really had to make a guess, I'm pretty sure you probably might go with Hitmontop Togekiss. But what we're going to do here is actually going to go with our Grimmsnarl and bring out our Gyarados. And we're actually going to go ahead and bring in... We're going to bring in Dragapult, and we're going to bring in Venusaur. Because since he's very, very water-based, our Venusaur would definitely put in the work against them, these water Pokemon. So, let's see what he actually this opponent brings out first. So he goes with Togekiss Volcarona. Okay. Alright, so if I had to really make a guess here, I think the more major threat right now would definitely be the Volcarona. So what we're going to do is actually double in to the Volcarona slot, and we're actually going to leave the Togekiss alone at this point. Because right now, the Togekiss is definitely a special attack user, but it can be run as a physical attacker. But if it is a physical attacker, then we'll go ahead and figure it out later. So it does have Flame Body, and it goes for Follow Me. Okay. So it's basically going ahead and making itself the center of attention. To actually go ahead and set up itself for the Volcarona. But I think what we're going to do is actually go for the Light Screen. And we're going to go for another Waterfall here and try to hit the Volcarona. Because if we do end up going ahead and hitting the Volcarona, it'll definitely take some major damage. So the Togekiss goes for another Follow Me. Had a feeling that was going to happen. But we're going to go ahead and hit off with the Light Screen here, because I know the Volcarona is actually a special attack user. So the Quiver Dance is actually going to raise up its special attack, special defense, and also its speed. And we're going to go ahead and go for the Waterfall here. Okay, so the Togekiss is really starting to get on my nerve. So we're going to go ahead and hit it with a Thunder Wave. Because at least the Thunder Wave, it'll actually make him a lot slower. In my case, in the case that I'm thinking of. And once the Togekiss actually becomes slower, then our Gyarados becomes a lot more faster. And with the Follow Me, if we get a full paralysis on it. Okay. So he's just going to keep on using the Follow Me play here. So we get the Thunder Wave off. Here comes another Quiver Dance. So that's going to be stage 2 for the special attack, defense, and speed. And here comes another Waterfall. And we almost seal the deal on the Togekiss. So we're going to go ahead and throw up a Reflect. And we're going to go ahead and see if we can finally hit the Volcarona, but probably not. Just because of the fact that, you know... Well, just because of the fact that the Togekiss is actually using Follow Me. But... I'm pretty sure that the Volcarona is going to be... Yeah. The Volcarona goes for the Dynamax here. That's going to be a problem. So we go for the Reflect. And it goes for the Max Airstream into our Gyarados. But we're definitely going to be living that. Yeah, that does some major damage. And the Togekiss becomes fully paralyzed. That's what I wanted from the start. So now we're gonna go ahead and hit the Volcarona with the paralysis, and we're gonna go ahead and go into the Togekiss and actually seal the deal on the Togekiss, and we can actually go ahead and make the Volcarona a little bit slower, so then that way we can actually, go ahead and go into it later on after it goes through its second turn of its Dynamax, and then maybe the third turn it might use like Max Guard or whatever. Oh, no, it gets redirected. I forgot about that. No, that's not good. Ah, but our Gyarados goes down. Ah, man, I was hoping... keep forgetting that the Max Airstream... Okay, so I think what we're going to do is actually bring in our Venusaur, because our Venusaur is going to be a very, very annoying Pokemon at this point. And hopefully we can get this Thunder Wave off. And we're going to go for the Leech Seed into the Togekiss. I know this is probably just a waste for a Leech Seed. But, okay, so gonna go for another Follow Me. Here comes the Max Flare into our Venusaur. Can our Venusaur live? No. Okay, so our Mon that was supposed to go ahead and Gigantamax is actually down. But that's okay. So we're just gonna go ahead and go for the Steel Wing into the into the Togekiss, because I know for a fact that it's just gonna go ahead and get the Dragon Dart is just gonna get redirected. Here comes the Heat Wave. Are you serious? And he's got his whole entire team. Well, GG's to my opponent, because I already know for a fact that I'm not gonna win this match. That Volcarona was just way too powerful, and with the Follow Me redirect, it was just making it even worse. So, like I said, GG's to my opponent. Alright, guys. We're going to go ahead and do another match, because I honestly think that we could have won that match if I actually made my plays a little bit more better. So, as you can see, we're going to see Volcarona, Rillaboom, Politoed, Porygon 2, Kingdra, and Indeedee. So, definitely the Indeedee is going to go ahead and actually use its Follow Me. And I don't know what Mon he's actually going to go ahead and bring out second. But I'm definitely going to go ahead and consider that the Indeedee is definitely going to go ahead and come out. So, our Venusaur is not really going to put in that much work. So, what we're going to do is actually bring in our Duraludon. And we're going to go ahead and bring in Gyarados. And I think what we're going to do is actually bring in Dragapult, because I honestly think that Salazzle is not going to... I don't think Salazzle is actually a prime candidate for this situation. So we're going to go ahead and lock in, and we're going to go ahead and try to see if we can win. And if we win, that's great. But if we lose, then that's unfortunate, and we're just going to have to go ahead and think about our plays a little bit more, so then that way we can actually go ahead and pick up a couple of W's for next video. So he's got Shiny Indeedee and Shiny Kingdra. Okay. So here comes the Psychic Surge, and priority moves are not going to be able to work. That's fine. But what we can do still is actually go for the Light Screen and also the Reflect. And I think what our best solution for now is to actually go for the Dark Pulse. No, we should go for the Dragon Pulse on the Kingdra. So here comes the Protect on the Indeedee. I kind of had a feeling that the Indeedee was actually going to go ahead and use Follow Me instead, but went for the Protect. So here comes the Dragon Pulse onto the Kingdra slot, and that's going to one-shot the Kingdra. Try to use Hurricane. Hurricane is a lot better if you actually use it in rain, because it's actually going to be 100% accurate. but I'm thinking that my opponent did not know that. So here comes the Porygon 2, and I'm pretty sure the Porygon is definitely going to go ahead and actually Dynamax here, if I had to make a guess. But what we're going to do is actually hit the Porygon 2 with a Thunder Wave, so then that way we can actually go ahead and render it just by a little. And what we're going to do is actually go for the Max Darkness into the Indeedee slot. So then that way we can actually lower the special defense of the Porygon 2. Because I think the Porygon 2's, defenses in this case are a lot higher. So if we can lower it by just like maybe one stage or something, then we can actually go ahead and one-shot the Porygon 2 if we go into the Indeedee slot. So here comes the Helping Hand from the Indeedee. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. Thunder Wave and the Psychic Terrain is not going to work because of the priority. So there goes the Indeedee, but almost one-shot it. So the Indeedee's got a berry. I'm pretty sure it's a citrus. Yeah, citrus berry. And here comes the Tri-Attack, and it's going to go into our Grimmsnarl. Wow, that is so much damage. So we're going to go for the Reflect, and we're going to go into the we're going to go for the G-Max Depletion, because G-Max Depletion actually will probably one-shot the Indeedee. So it's a good thing that I did go ahead and do G-Max Depletion into the Porygon 2 instead of using it into the Indeedee. So I'm reading my opponent like a book at this point. Here comes another Tri-Attack into our Grimmsnarl slot. Our Grimmsnarl is living. That's actually pretty good. So I think now what we can do is actually switch our Grimmsnarl out and go into our Dragapult, and we're gonna go for Max Darkness into the Indeedee slot, so in that way we can actually lower the special defense of the Porygon 2 again. And our Dragapult is going to come out, and he actually switches out the Porygon 2. Okay. And he goes into Politoed. Ooh. Okay, so he's going to bring up the Drizzle now. But what's the point? I mean, you already lost your Kingdra. And he went into help, and he used Helping Hand, but the thing is that Politoed got switched in. You messed yourself up. What you should have did was actually go for Protect. I'm thinking that he must have misclicked by mistake. I don't know. I mean, that was kind of weird. So the Porygon 2 is actually very low in HP. But that's fine. I mean, so here comes another download. But his stats, once he switched out his Porygon 2, his stats went back to its original stage. So what we're going to do is go into for the Dragon Darts, and we're going to go for the Dragon Pulse onto the Politoed. Because one Dragon Darts onto the Porygon 2 is definitely going to go ahead and one-shot it from that range. So he's actually going to go ahead and Dynamax his Politoed. Okay. Probably going to go for the Max Geyser or the Max Hailstorm. I'm not really sure. Whatever he's thinking about doing, he's very confident in what he's going to go ahead and do. So Dragon Darts comes off. Like I said, at that range, it's going to take out the Porygon 2. And that actually does a lot of damage, just a little bit to the Politoed. Because you gotta remember that the Politoed does, every time that Pokemon actually goes ahead and Dynamaxes, they do get extra health due to the Dynamax. So he goes for the Max Hailstorm and actually almost one-shots our Politoed, or one-shots our Dragapult, even though the Dragapult is actually behind a light screen. So what we're going to do right now is actually go for the Phantom Force and disappear. And we're going to go for the Dark Pulse into the Politoed. Try to see if we can get a flinch. Goes for another Max Hailstorm. It's a good thing that we actually did go for the Phantom Force, because you're not going to be able to go ahead and hurt us. So we're going to go for the Dragon Pulse, but the Phantom Force is definitely going to go ahead and, okay. So he does end up canceling the battle, because there's no way that he can go ahead and take out, our Mons there. But GG's to my opponent, and we've actually went ahead and sealed the deal on this battle. Alright, so we're not going to do another match, but we are going to go ahead and update our rank just to see where we are for next video. And I'm pretty sure we are in Pokeball tier. Yes, we are in Pokeball tier. Alright. And we got 20 BP for that, or 20 battle points. So that's good. So we have officially made it into Pokeball tier with our team. That is actually very tremendous, and so I didn't expect to actually go ahead and make it to Pokeball tier with this team. I was actually thinking that maybe this team was actually lacking in something as far as I'm concerned, but we actually did it. We actually made it to Pokeball tier. So the only thing now that we have to do is go ahead and make sure that we can probably make it into Great Ball tier, and then Ultra Ball tier, and then go into Master Ball tier with this team, because this team is actually very, very good. And it's just that I need to go ahead and actually think about my plays, so then that way, you know, this team can actually flourish in, you know, flourish very well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said before, go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more. And hit the notification bell and share this video with your friends. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.